Good morning, Frederick. TGIF. Thank goodness it is Friday. I don't know about you, but a week it has been. I want to thank everyone for being so kind and supportive, and to all the businesses and nonprofits that have reached out. I can't wait to speak with you all and learn about your contributions to our community. I apologize that my calendar has filled up rather quickly. But please reach out to me if there is something we need to get in. If you have something time sensitive, I will certainly slot you in. If you have information, if you've sent information about an event, thank you so much. I think I've added everything to the Everything Frederick calendar. I'll be showing you that calendar a little bit later in the show, and would love to get your events on there. And of course, we'd love to mention them as well. Are you interested in sponsoring Good Morning Frederick? I would love that. There are some spots available starting at just $30 a week. If you want to be a part, just email everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. And again, I would love to have you guys a part of the show. In the show description, I have put the link to join me on the program live. So if you have something to share, maybe it's your kid's birthday or your birthday and you want to shout out news of any kind, maybe your business has hit a milestone or something good is happening, we'd love to hear it. Just click the link. You'll be waiting in the green room until I bring you onto the show. Look, this show is all about you, Frederick, and we would love to give you the opportunity to make an announcement or say your piece. We want to thank the sponsor of the program, Frederick Window Tinting, locally owned and operated. They are right off Metropolitan Court, and they do commercial, automotive, and residential window tinting, plus tons of other things. I'm excited because I'm going to go talk with Sharon and Joe Volpe on Monday and find out how their businesses, they have more than one, are contributing to Frederick. But if you want to check out Frederick Window Tinting, go to frederickwindowtinting.com. I am your host, Dani Gurry. Good Morning Frederick is live in the Everything Frederick and More group on Facebook, as well as YouTube on the Everything Frederick Live channel, as well as my personal profile. So hopefully you are catching us on one of those. Happy Friday. Today's weather, clouds with some sun, high of 53. So thankful that the rain seems to have made a departure for the first time in 3 days. The sump pump isn't running here at the house. Hopefully you guys have gone okay and there's not any water in the house at all. The rest of the week, mostly cloudy tomorrow, high of 55. Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 59. Monday and Tuesday look fine with highs on Monday in the upper 60s, and on Tuesday hitting the mid 70s, which, oh my gosh, again, if you have some PTO, I would take it. I would take it for sure. Do you have a great story to share? Do you know someone helping to make Frederick an amazing community? Email us all the details at everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, or you can text me 888-465-2944. And we call this next segment the Feel Good File. Within the reach, with the reach of the group of Everything Frederick and More, we do have the capability to do so much good in our town. I love when members simply offer to help when someone needs it, and so many do so without the desire for any attention, which is fantastic. There are always organizations and people that need our assistance. And I am working to create a prom for the folks at the Scott Key Center. Now, I am looking for a few things. If you can donate any amount, $5, $10, whatever you can do, please go to scottkeycenter.org, click on the donate tab. We already did have, I want to thank Amy Masser for dropping off some dresses to the Scott Key Center yesterday. And I want to thank Jolene. She dropped off suits, shirts, ties, dresses, gowns, and shoes as well. And I will be taking them to the Everything Frederick shop front, which is located at 401 North Market Street. Can't wait to be there on Monday. It looks fantastic. So much has actually been done since I was there last time. And that will be our drop off and pickup location, I think, from this point forward, which is fantastic too. But I am also looking for a limo company for this prom, or maybe you have a classic car, convertible or something like that. We would love to drive the attendees of the prom around the Keys parking lot. So the Keys Stadium parking lot is right next to the Arc on Market Street. And we would love to give them a ride and make them feel fancy. And yeah, I would really appreciate any help that you can offer. Now, some of the gowns we are collecting, if we are going to offer them first to some of the high school girls who are looking for formal wear, actually, and boys too, because I do have some suits. And we also had Jennifer from Helping Hands and Caring Hearts. We did that interview with her recently. She has a bunch of brand new suits and tuxedos that we are going to make available to the high school students who need them, as well as the attendees for the Scott Key Center prom. So it's been fantastic. A lot of people have stepped up, and we really appreciate the support. But I had no doubt, Frederick, I know you can do it. All right. Again, if you need a dress or a suit for the prom, or you know a family who does, please email me everythingfredericklive@gmail.com or text 888-465-2944, or you can certainly reach out to the admins, any one of the admins at Everything Frederick and More Group. Now, you want to take that text number, 888-465-2944. And if you'd like to go see the Frederick Flying Cows on April 14th at 3 o'clock at Hood, they are back in the area. And we would love to have you at that game. So just text, and I'd be happy to give you a pair of tickets. Okay, coming up after the break, I talk with Kelly from JoNa's Outdoor Furniture Co., who happens to be celebrating their grand opening ribbon cutting this morning at 11 a.m. today, as well as the couple who make memories last forever. We're going to talk with Deja and Marcus of DM Davis Photography right after these.
All-in-One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
We want to thank those sponsors as well. I'd love to thank Well, let me add me back here. See, too many buttons. All right. It's so great to see new businesses popping up in Frederick, especially ones that bring such joy. And I don't know if outdoor furniture does this for you, but for me and the founder of our next business, it surely does. Kelly is the owner of JoNa's Outdoor Furniture Co., and she seems to have the right spot to make the outdoors a place of gathering and getting together. And it was so fun chatting with her. Let's see her here. Here with Kelly at JoNa's Outdoor Furniture Co. Little echoey in this, but this is a great space.
Thank you.
So you guys just moved in.
Yes.
Welcome to Frederick.
Thank you.
Welcome to business in Frederick,
Yes.
even though you've been in business in Frederick, not really, right?
Correct. Yes, we opened 6 years ago, and our small business was always based out of Frederick, but we were working out of our home, and our business model was in-person design consult. So we would go into people's spaces and measure, and we would chat with them about how they wanted to utilize their outdoor space, and then we would design their furniture and custom order it.
That's amazing. And furniture design was not in your repertoire at the time, right?
Correct.
So that's really good. I mean, it's great. I love all of this, but I'm so visual that it would be very hard for me to make those decisions. And I think this is what you guys kind of ran into.
That's very true.
I'm
yes.
a very look, touch, see person.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And so, I mean, I'm the same way. Many folks did want to see the furniture, sit in it, feel it. And it's one thing to pick out just the colors after they've already decided they love the dining set, or they love this this glider, or this rocker, or this deep seating chair, but to never have sat in it was a bit difficult for our business model in that last 6 years. But we had folks who had experience with the furniture, or they trusted our expression of how much the quality and the long-lasting solution for their space, that they would be happy with it. And so we've done well over the 6 years, but it just hit a point where we weren't going to grow anymore unless we could open a space where people could see it and be in it as they designed.
Yes, and I tell you, it is, the quality is amazing. This is Amish made furniture. You work with right now one specific builder.
Currently, yes.
Who is able to customize things the way people want. I mean, I see a lot of this stuff here. It has some different materials or different colors or different styles. So you have the ability to do that.
Yes.
But knowing you do pay more for that. You're not going to go, this is not going to Costco and picking out the furniture is already there. You're designing and creating this furniture is being built for you.
Correct, yes. And it's still within a price point that is very comparable when you look at what you're getting.
Oh, sure.
It's the material that we use is meant to be long lasting. And our Amish builder does solely build with this recycled material. It's called poly. And I think some folks have become familiar with it through different brands, Polywood and others that are selling it. Poly lumber is a recycled material that's the density of oak, but it doesn't have any of the issues that wood has through being in the elements season after season, the breaking down. It's never going to splinter or warp or rot. Amazing. It's fade resistant, so it's going to stay the same color year after year. And so our Amish builder used that craftsmanship that they have done for generations that's passed down to build furniture out of oak or wood, and now they're using this sustainable, green-friendly, recycled material, but those same techniques make it beautiful and long-lasting. So it's just a great combination.
Well, it's nice to know that you can today buy furniture with this craftsmanship and have it at your home. It's still modern, it looks nice, but the wearingness, especially outdoor furniture, there's nothing more frustrating than every few years you're selling or tossing or doing whatever because stuff is rusted or it's just falling apart or the elements have ruined it, especially here in Maryland where it's get everything.
Back and forth.
Yes, exactly.
As a Maryland native, I feel that. And I think that's where a lot of our customers who do come or contact us, they felt that pain point. That pain point of, I purchased this a year or two ago and it wasn't inexpensive.
No. You're still talking thousands of dollars.
Still a big investment, but a year or two later, maybe it's still functional, but it doesn't look nice.
Right.
Or maybe it has started to fall apart or weather or mildew or things that just make it a higher maintenance product or they need to be replaced. And so when they find us, it's I'm done with all that. I don't want to do it anymore.
In the things that are well built
and
that
enjoy it for
you can pass it down to my children or at least have it for as long as we'll be around, which is awesome.
So true. It does. The 20-year warranty, if the builder's going to say that, assuming it's left outside year-round, you know it can outlive that warranty.
Exactly.
And in Maryland, you might have snow one day in December and 60 degrees the next, and so it provides that opportunity that you don't have to put it away or cover it. Just use it one day to the next.
You can actually have it out. That's amazing.
Yes.
So your storefront is at 217 West Patrick Street, so kind of at the corner. Bence and Patrick. You were in the bookstore.
The Frederick Book and Arts was here
Book
prior.
And Arts was here. And now you're here utilizing this beautiful space.
Yes, thank you.
Are you good to tell everybody about JoNa's?
Yeah.
Okay, so of course I asked JoNa's because it's it's J-O and then the capital N-A, and I knew it was two names, but why don't we tell everybody the story behind, well, first of all, she's got 5 kids, she and her husband. So
yes, we
already that is a tremendous achievement as far as I'm concerned. But go ahead and tell the story about the name JoNa's.
Thank you, Dani. And I appreciate you asking because it is something that's special to us. So we named our business after identical twin daughters who passed away in 2011. So it was many years ago now, but just to share the quick story, we were excited to be expecting twins. We had one child at the time. He was going to be a toddler when they were born, and we were excited about our growing family. At one of our, being a twin pregnancy, we had a number of ultrasounds just as part of the routine process. And at one of these routine ultrasounds, something was discovered that was going to be a problem. It's a syndrome that needed to be corrected, and it was going to be corrected with surgery in utero. So we found out on a Friday, and I was scheduled for surgery Monday morning, and we were scared, but we had done our research, and the doctor was great, and we felt pretty confident. But I ended up going into preterm labor on Sunday morning. And so we did do an emergency C-section. We attempted to save them, but they passed away in my husband's arms after living for 5 minutes. But they were a very special part of our family, and I think it was important to us that when we decided to start a business, it was years later in 2018, but we were discussing how to keep their memory alive. It was alive with us, and it was alive with our children, but it's important when you lose someone to just keep that thought that they lived, they died, and they were loved. And that was very important to us. So we named our business so that we could see their names in writing. And their names were Josephine and Nadia, Josie and Nadia for short. And so we named our business JoNa's with half of each of their names.
And look, I think that it's, I'm so glad that you're comfortable sharing that story because there are so many people, and it's an obvious trauma. I mean, I can't even imagine.
It is.
But to be able to speak about it and put something to it and give life to something, I'm sure is healing. It's got to be for you and your family, but certainly as well, maybe somebody else who hears the story finds comfort in that fact. So I think that that's really great. All right, so we're in a really beautiful space. What is coming for like this year, 2024? Like, is what is out now? Well, let me back up a little bit because I don't know a lot about outdoor furniture. Does it shift with seasons? I would imagine this is just like year-round stuff, right?
It is, yes. It's year-round, and I think the only shift is with the different seasons that come, you can highlight different parts of it. So, for example, outdoor seasons, if you are interested in a fire pit, you're talking about the early spring, you're talking about the fall, when you really feel that, sitting around a fire pit vibe, and you're looking forward to that. But maybe not as much in July because it does put off some warmth, and it's got that heater capability. So those would be something that you might showcase in the early spring or the fall. So you guys have there was a fire table, and I'll make sure and take video of this so you guys can see it, the fire table, and then the Adirondack chairs, I would imagine would be more the spring, summer things, people are spring, fall things. But beautiful dining tables. I really want you to tell people kind of your mission for having this, because I believe in this mission too, in the sense of not even just families, but people, bringing people back together. We're kind of disconnected but connected with social media, not in person, and everything we all went through the last few years. But
I love this idea, and this kind of now you can put something to it.
Yes, thank you. I was sharing with you earlier, Dani, that we do sell furniture. We are a furniture business. We offer, above and beyond customer service. All these things are important to us and are good, but we're kind of on a mission, and our mission is something that came about because we recognize need in our own family. In our own family, as you get busy and you're working a business and you have jobs and kids and sports and homeschooling and everything else, it gets difficult to come together and connect. And one of the things we love doing is connecting outside. We felt like some of our best conversations were when we were sitting outside together. And so our mission in the community would be our dining tables. Our dining tables are a way that you can come and gather, and there's something special about sharing a meal. When you share a meal with family or friends or loved ones, the conversations, they kind of happen, they become authentic, you can have eye contact across the table. And we just found that it was something we needed, and we thought maybe other people would be drawn to as well, is this, come to the table and gather and connect and share this quality time. And why not outside in the fresh air and the sunshine, and just leave your technology and your stress inside for a minute and have that time together.
Yeah,
it's really important to us and hopefully to others.
Yes, no, I think a lot of people are feeling that pull, and it's so nice to kind of surround it and have these pieces be the central part of all of that. They're absolutely stunning, and you will find it's impossible not to find something you would like here, because first of all, you have a whole book of stuff.
Yes.
Even stuff that's not here.
You
have tons of different colors and styles, and then of course you can still say, well, I kind of like that, but I like it like this, and I want to do that. So everything is here for you. Now, right now, you guys are open Thursday
through Sunday.
Okay.
With open hours.
Yeah.
And then Monday through Wednesday is by appointment, which I'm happy to meet people here at the space and talk and set up an appointment. While our kids are still in school, that'll be the schedule, but we're going to be adding in days and extra hours here as the summer approaches. Yep. Even as the spring ramps up, we might lengthen our days as the days are longer anyway. But it was important to kind of help finish our kids' homeschool year, which is done in mid-May, and then we'll be able to really focus on all of this together as a family. And,
that's awesome.
And increase our hours.
I can't wait to see the kids helping us out and sweeping the floors and taking our orders. What's the best way for people to reach out to you right now to schedule a time or figure out when things are here?
Sure. So I am very reachable through our social media. We have our Facebook page and Instagram, and it's JoNa's Outdoor or at JoNa's Outdoor. Our website, which is www.jonasoutdoor.com. Any place where you reach out, it comes directly to me. Okay. I am the day-to-day right now.
You are it.
It will come to me. And then our phone number, which I can be reached at even when not at the shop, is another way, and it's on our website and it's on our social media.
Love it. Love easy ways to get in touch with companies, because obviously that's important when you're either buying or selling or you've got exactly. What is one thing you'd want everybody to know about this space of JoNa's Outdoor?
We're excited about this space because it provides a presence in the community that I think that we've wanted, and that in the last 6 years we've met a lot of great people. Being part of networking groups in this area, you see that there's so many awesome entrepreneurs that you can meet and learn from. But as an at-home business and with kids and everything else, it was hard to really be a part of it. So we were excited about community involvement. We're excited to be, in the networking groups and meeting people a little bit more, but also finding ways to just be in the community and chat about ways to give back or show up or be a family that gets out together. And the storefront and just, everything that's happened over the years of the post-pandemic changes, it feels like, we wanted it, and now we can get our family out. So that's something that we're excited about. This new space gives a new opportunity for that.
Well, I totally believe with your journey and with mine, everything happens for a reason. It happens at the right time when it's supposed to. So I really congratulate you guys. You got to stop by 217 West Patrick Street, downtown Frederick, JoNa's Outdoor Furniture Co. Come on by, see Kelly,
soon see her kids, maybe her husband every now and then, and check it out. But you're going to love it. You're going to love it here. Until next time.
Thank you.
All right. How amazing is that story? I absolutely just love it. And downtown Frederick gets another great local business, and JoNa's Outdoor Furniture, again, celebrating their ribbon cutting today at 11 a.m. If you can head out to West Patrick Street this morning, please go see Kelly and her family. I love the story. I just love her. And I really wish nothing but success for them. And speaking of good things happening in Frederick, let's go here. Okay, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, I have told you, and I'm going to reach around here and pull up the calendar. Let's see. Oh, yes, you can see it here. So this is the Everything Frederick calendar. You can see today, I've got the FCPS schools are closed for students. This is the end of their spring break. And of course, the Good Morning Frederick broadcast, can't forget that. But a lot of other really great things happening today. Tonight, Cancer Dancer line dancing. And see, if you click here, you actually get a link to the event plus additional information. You can copy it right to your own calendar. Pretty cool and interactive. And of course, we've got the Met, and they present the Squirrels show, which the set for that, it is absolutely amazing. I really, really love it. You got to go check that out. If you haven't been to the Met recently, you're going to want to head there. Tomorrow, first Saturday in Frederick, a lot of great events going with that as well. And there's the 80s barn dance. That's at the Green Meadows Petting Farm. And they look like they're going to have a great time. Guys in Thin Ties is playing for that one. That's going to be very, very cool. On Sunday, and I got to add this, this just happened. We are going to, the Flying Cows is going to be doing a watch party on Sunday at 2:30 at Frederick Social. They are 6-1, and they take on Rhode Island away at 3 p.m. So we are going to have a watch party at Frederick Social and to cheer them on. And we're going to be giving away tickets to the next home game on April 14th as well. So stop by, have some lunch at Frederick Social, 50 Citizens Way on Carroll Creek. If you haven't been there, oh, you are missing out. The food is spectacular. And yeah, and that's all good. So Sunday, 2:30, we will be at Frederick Social for a watch party with the Flying Cows. Then on Monday, you can see here, we've got lots of cool events happening on Monday, including the eclipse. The total solar eclipse, I've added that to the calendar. Apparently, we're supposed to see it here in Maryland from 2:05 until 4:33. I hope nothing crazy happens on that day. They're saying some crazy stuff will happen. I don't know. What do you guys think? So anyway, if you want to add your details to this calendar, all you have to do is email me at everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. And don't forget, Battle of the Bands, April 27th, 3 to 7. And we are so proud to be a sponsor at Everything Frederick and more. Tickets just $10 for adults. Children 5 and up are just $5. And you can get your tickets at botbfrederick.com. And if you want to add your event, all you got to do is email or text me, and we will get it right on to the show. We'll talk about it if you want us to, but certainly we'll get it right on that calendar. All right. Boy, I'm telling you. The group Everything Frederick and More continues to grow. 125,300 people this week. And I do like to take time in each episode to chat about what's happening in the group. Okay, I'm going to try, let me see. I'm going to try to share my screen. Let me just see what happens here. Take off my own stuff. Let's see. Can you guys see this? Here we go. Ah, yes. Okay. Well, thanks to the interview with Sandra Hoffmeister of A&S Construction yesterday, Shannon Flannery, founder of Everything Frederick and More Group, decided it would be pretty cool to put together a list of women in the trades, which I think is awesome. So if you are in the trades and you are a woman, we'd love to know about it so we can add you to the list. So you can see here, we'd like to put together a list, and we're going to be doing a networking event as well for that, for the women in the trades. So please check that out. Make sure we know if you're working in the trades or you know a woman working in the trades. Let us know so we can add you to the invite list for the networking event for women in the trades. And last night, my brother Marco and I streamed our first top 5 show. Actually, I'm going to pull that up here too. That was quite fun. I'm going to see if I can get it up. So basically, all we did was talked about the top 5 things that posts and things like that happened. And I can't pull it up, but Everything Frederick has some really funny posts. And we got our first person to join us live on the stream. My friend Beth clicked the link and decided to join us. And it was so fun. And that's what we want people to do. It was fun commenting and participating. And we can't wait for next week. Every Thursday, 8 p.m., we're going to be doing the top 5. And it's really just kind of like a party. And if you haven't joined the Everything Frederick group, Everything Frederick and more, please do. And you can be part of the change for good and the fun that we are having. All right. We want to thank Shift Work. Book a tour today at shiftworkandplay.com. You need to go check them out. And it's great even if you don't have kids, conveniently located and a great workspace. So we want to thank Shift Work and Play for being a part of our community and obviously sponsoring this program. All right, small business is the backbone of America, and small business in Frederick especially is a huge contributor to the greatness of our city. We thank every single person who decides to make the leap to own their own business. And I know right now the job market is really tough. I have friends who've been looking for jobs and you're applying to hundreds and hundreds now. It's just really crazy. If you have a hobby that has an opportunity to become a side gig, maybe it can become a business. I encourage you to look into it. I encourage you to take a look and see if you can supplement your income with something you enjoy doing, or if starting a business is the right thing for you. I'm always here to bounce ideas off of and to give advice. Oh, I want to thank my dog for joining in the show there. See, it's the benefit of working from home. I recently started a company called Promo Circus. It's marketing consulting to help businesses make the most of every marketing dollar. I get it. It's expensive to market. And that's why we started this program. We want to give you a free opportunity to reach as many people as possible. These videos will live on our YouTube channel and in the group Everything Frederick and More forever for people to refer to. And after you're on the show, I send you a link right to your segment that you can share. You can download it to your own website. It gives you that little bit extra of exposure. So I'm trying to do what I can to help, and we appreciate everybody just pitching in, supporting these small companies, because they do keep this town moving and growing. And just like this next couple. Deja and Marcus Davis formed DM Davis Photography, and I had the pleasure of speaking with them recently, and I call this next segment The Market Makers. Okay, well, I was so happy to talk to Deja and Marcus, and they really are making things happen. I think you're going to hear the market makers again, but we want to thank Atlas Wood Floors, serving the area for more than 34 years. Go to atlasfloors.net, read the reviews, and schedule a quote for new flooring today. Maybe you have wood floors, maybe you have LVP. That's what we have here. I absolutely love it. Maybe you want to convert from wood floors to LVP if you've got animals and kids and things like that. I encourage you, contact Atlas Wood Floors today. I want to thank them for their sponsorship.
Hi.
Hello. Glad to be here.
Well, we are so happy to have you. And, I think that, photography in particular is just a fantastic way to kind of showcase people's memories and their events and things like that. But let me just ask you, what got you both into taking photos?
Yeah.
So it started off as a hobby. And then we had our first daughter, and then we just taking pictures of that. And actually it was his grandma who was like, oh, you should take up photography. You should buy a camera because you're really good. And so I did. And we just like capturing families, maternity, couples, because that resonates with us. And we just we like creating memories. So I'm sure everyone else likes to create memories. And it's just a good way to meet new people.
Yeah, that. And I got along because Deja kind of at first strung me along. But she wanted a partner, especially for weddings. She didn't want to outsource a second shooter. So I came along and joined the crew and been a part of the team ever since.
That's awesome. So you're the roadie, but you help out, which is excellent.
Yeah.
I get for
Yeah.
sure.
So I drive, I babysit, whatever Deja can do at the time when she has the camera in her hand. I kind of help out with that. So
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, you are generally with people on their kind of happiest days and moments for the most part, I would imagine. I think, are you a wedding specialty photographer, or are you, because you kind of started with family portraits and that sort of thing, you kind of do it all?
We kind of do it all, but we more so specialize in weddings and elopements, whether it be local or destination. It really, we're all over the place. But families and maternity and couples, they still hold a special place for us because that's where we started and that's still who we are. And we like to keep that as close as possible.
Yeah. Are there, families can be tough. They always say, don't work with kids or animals when you're acting. Has that gotten kind of crazy at a point?
I would say no.
Good.
We're very patient with young kids and even older kids because we have our own. So
that helps.
We give people the experience that we would want to have in our own photo shoots. So it helps that we have our own kids.
Yeah, for sure. You know how to kind of calm them and distract and all of that good stuff. The destination wedding and elopement, is that, I know that there's been a lot of talk in this generation of people doing destination weddings or, not spending all of that money on a big to-do. Is that very popular?
It's becoming popular, more so the elopements, because it's a huge misconception where it's oh, you just go to the courthouse and you're sneaking away because you want to keep it a secret from your family getting married and stuff. But honestly, it's more so of you don't have a huge guest list. You don't want to spend a lot of money on food. You like to hike or you're adventurous and stuff. And you can just have the scenic background without planning around like a venue that you like dreamed of and it's not available. So it's like, you gotta go to your second option. Whereas outside is just like, that's where you want to be.
Yeah, I also think there's a lot of people want to be non-traditional nowadays. I think that the elopement scene, kind of doing your own thing, a small group, intimate setting, it's something that's definitely becoming more popular, just because people like to take the non-traditional route.
I mean, I'd agree. And, it's big investment. And I know photography in and of itself, when you're planning a big event like that, you want those pictures to be, cherished for years and years and years. And so, I think it's very important to spend the money where you're going to get the return. I think for me, when I got married in 2000, I wish I had spent more money on things like the photography. I did splurge at the time and get a videographer, which, that was a big splurge then. And I'm so glad, because you get those moments with people that you can cherish forever.
Yeah.
When you've gone on a photo shoot, like what is like your most vivid memory, even just an amazing event that you attended?
You share yours, I'll share mine.
Like our favorite one?
Sure.
I think my favorite one was when a couple from Frederick, they booked us to go with them to Maine to take their anniversary pictures. Like, we first met them and they wanted us to take the anniversary picture, so we took it locally. And then the next year we did, I believe, also locally. And then so last year they took us to Maine with them, and it was really cool. Like, we got to do the beach, we got to take our kids, so it was like a mini vacation for them to visit 2 new states. And then we got to do beach wedding pictures for them in their wedding dress, and she also got to do a first look with her dog. And it was really cool.
That is awesome. Yeah. That is really great. And I mean, how nice to be able to kind of go on vacation and do your job and capture those moments. It sounds like you get very involved with the bride or the people who are booking you. Do you find that it's very collaborative, or do you have people that say, hey, please just tell us what to do?
It's a little bit of both. We also like to just be upfront and are like, we're more than just your photographers. If you need help finding like a videographer or like a hairstylist or a makeup artist, like, we will go all out for you and we will help you find the right person for you, like how you did when you were finding your photographer.
It also depends on the client, I would say, because we have some that's like, yeah, we already have everything outlined the way we want to have it. And we have some that's like, hey, Deja Marcus, run the show. Like, so it varies. It varies.
That would be me. You just tell me where I need to go, tell me what I need to do. But yeah, I don't want to have to worry about too much of that. So your website is dmdavisphotography.com.
Yep.
Where you can kind of get information. Do you find, I mean, how many events would you photograph? Do you even know, like in a year? Is it something that you're like booked out until 2029 and you can't get some time with you guys?
It's like yes and no. We take a limited amount of weddings because we pour a lot of effort and energy into each like album and each couple and stuff. We wouldn't just give them our full attention. But we are starting to book more into 2025 and beyond. So that's amazing for us, especially because I went full-time last March and I just took that leap of faith and was like, I hope people like pick us. And I think it more so how we represent ourselves in our business helps a lot with getting booked.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would totally think that that's the case. And that's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal statement for you guys that you were able to do full-time, Deja, and, be able to kind of move forward with this. What do you have, like, any crazy stories that have happened or, things that you can share, obviously, at one of your photo shoots?
I can't think of anything crazy.
Yeah, not
Do you have
crazy.
anything crazy?
Nice. That's probably
crazy.
good.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that we don't have anything crazy. But one thing, just to touch on that Deja kind of mentioned too, we like growing with our families. So I guess a crazy thing that we did is we've had multiple families where we've taken their engagement shoot,
Yeah.
their wedding, their
Maternity.
newlywed shoot, their
Yeah.
maternity shoot, their
Oh,
newlywed
wow.
shoot.
Yeah.
So I guess that's crazy in a sense that we've had multiple families that we've seen from the beginning, right, and till the end.
That's awesome, actually, because you get to grow with the family and
Yeah.
see how they've changed and grow. That's really cool, actually. That is a cool story. What's one thing that you would love the viewers to know about you guys or walk away with on, why they should consider you if they're considering a photographer?
As our brand, like our business, we try to show up like as authentic and as vulnerable as we can. So it's not an act. Like what you see is what you get. We like to work with people who we outside of photography we could see ourselves being friends with and whatnot, and we have. So that's good. And they'll like even on posts and like the Everything Frederick group. Those same people will still put our name down for like posts when people ask for like a photographer for something or anything. And that I personally appreciate because word of mouth is very good for us. And the fact that like so many people go hard for us with our business, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a true testament to you both, obviously, that when people are happy with the service that they've received and are your biggest cheerleaders and supporters, that says a lot. So coming up, like you guys have, we're kind of coming into the spring. Do you find that you are too busy, or do you have things like, mini photo shoots that you guys might put out there, or family portrait time, or you just kind of really wait as people go to your website and book you to do that?
Sure. We definitely are busy around this time. This is definitely busy season, but especially for couple shoots, maternity shoots, smaller sessions, right? We have tons of availability. For weddings, it's a little tight.
Yeah.
But
Weddings are pretty intense, right? So
yeah,
I can understand that.
Yeah. But we have a link on our website where, if you're interested, you can go there to see our availability and, pick a time that works best for you.
That's awesome. Well, look, we really appreciate getting to know you guys and wish you all the success here in Frederick, and can't wait to hear about the future for dmdavisphotography.com. Thank you so much, Deja and Marcus. We really appreciate you joining us today. And can't wait to see you out and about in Frederick and getting all these photographs out. I think it'll be great.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for having us, Dani.
Thank you.
All right. Want to thank them, Deja and Marcus, DM Davis Photography. You can visit them if you need to get photos done. Getting ready to wrap things up, but I do want to give you something you can screenshot. So if you're looking, we talked about Handpicked by Everything Frederick. This is your recommendation for things like plumbers, restaurants, birthday party venues, all those sorts of things that people ask every day on Everything Frederick and more. We're going to create a list that we will keep adding to, but that will give recommendations made by you. It's just not a voting thing. It is just a full list of all of your recommendations. So you can scan that QR code. It should take you right to the Handpicked by Everything Frederick link. And you can also scan the QR code to go to the Everything Frederick calendar so that you can save it and then go to it whenever you're looking for some fun stuff to do in Frederick. And again, you can certainly email any details of any of those things to us, everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. All right, finally, just want to give away a pair of tickets to the Flying Cows basketball game on April 14th. It's at Hood College Arena at 3 o'clock. You can purchase tickets at goflyingcows.com, or you can text 888-465-2944. 888-465-2944. We'll select our last winner tonight at 9 o'clock. All right. Well, that is it for today's Good Morning Frederick. Thank you so much for watching. On Monday, you're going to be able to win a pair of tickets to Super Sunday, the event by the Frederick Rescue Mission. And I chat with Megan from Shift Work and Play, as well as Susan from Engravability. Until then, be sure to search for Everything Frederick Live on TikTok and YouTube. And you can follow me on TikTok at DaniGirl1124. Have an awesome weekend and be great, Frederick.